discussion would be exponents. Yes, the most interesting topic and the most easiest. We need to know some basic factors which are really going to help in the examination. And this is exam time, and I wish all the best to all my students as they all are preparing extremely hard to succeed in their examination. So, I hope this video is definitely going to support you or help you while you are practicing your questions. So, first let's go through the basics. What are the basics? Exponents, as the name exponent, it means the power. What is the meaning of power or the base? So let's see. Suppose I write 2 and here 2. So this is known as base and this is known as power. So from this we understood like anything written above the number, that is power. So this is power and this is base. And this concept, the power, how we can solve very big equations and convert it into the basic factors of power, that is the main funda for exponents. So, to convert the number into the simplest form with the power notation, that is exponent. But while dealing with exponents, we need certain rules which we need to follow. Some 4 to 5 basic rules are there that will increase our efficiency for solving exponents. Just little bit of practice. So, let's see what the rules are. Suppose if I write, we have written 3 to the power 4 or 2 to the power 6 or 4 to the power 5. We can carry on like anything. So this is the base and this is the power. So if I want to convert this number into a natural number, how we will do? What is the meaning of this? 3 and upon 3 we write 4. It is 3 to the power 4. We read it as 3 to the power 4. So, if I ask you that solve this particular number, how will we solve? What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to do 3 into 4, that is 12? No, it is totally incorrect. Then what we are supposed to do? Power notation means the number, whatever is the power, the number will be multiplied itself with the number itself. The 3 will be multiplied 4 times with itself. That is the meaning of power notation. When we do square root sums or squares, these are very helpful while doing this. So 3 to the power 4 means 3 is multiplied 4 times. If I write what? 5 to the power 7, it means 5 is multiplied 7 times. By multiplying whatever value we get, that will be our answer. Now, what are some of the basic rules? Let's see. A to the power n. Basically, we write a to the power n. If it is a number, a means any number. Like we have taken 2, 3, 4, 5, any number, and n is the unlimited notation of the number. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till endless. So a to the power n denotes that the number and it is having the power. We will multiply the number that many number of times in order to get the answer. Now, if it is a fraction, how we will do? Suppose it is fraction 2 by 3. So this, in the case of, how will we denote it? Or to the power 3. So we can write it like a by b to the power n. N denotes the number of times this fraction is multiplied. Why am I writing this into full bracket? Why not like this? If we write like this, then again this form of writing is wrong. What is the correct form? This full will be in bracket. It means that the numerator as well as the denominator, it is multiplied by the power that many number of times. It will be multiplied equally because I have given it in the bracket. Suppose I write 2 by 3 to the power 3, which is written here. It means 2 is multiplied 3 times and 3 is also multiplied 3 times, and after multiplying we will get the answer of this particular equation. So we can never write it like this, 2 by 3 like this. It means that only 2 is multiplied 3 times, not the denominator. So in exponents it will be equal. This is the first thing we need to know in exponent. Now second, a by b to the power m multiplied a by b to the power n. Why m and n? A by b means the same fraction. It is multiplied with the same fraction again. But here the power notations are different. So how are we supposed to write it? 5, suppose it is 5 by 7 to the power 6 into 5 by 7 to the power 4. So this denotes that the fraction is same, but the notation of the power is same. So what are we supposed to do? We will multiply this 6 times. 6 times we will multiply, then we will multiply it by 4 times. But is it really viable if we do this? What will be the convenient way? We don't need to multiply it so many times. This again is totally incorrect. What we need to do? We will just write the fraction as the fraction is same. What we are supposed to do? 6 and 4. If it is multiplied, if any fraction or a number is multiplied, whereas the exponent or the power notations are different, in those cases I will simply add the power notations and solve it. 6 and 4. 6 plus 4, this is equals to 5 by 7 to the power 10. This is the correct form of writing it. Then we can do the solution. Lot of times we are just asked in the question to find the number of power notations. So this is the easiest way. In case of multiplication, we have seen that we add power. Now if this is the case of division, so in that case what we are supposed to do? We will simply subtract the power notation and we will write down the answer. This is the answer. Then we can solve it if we are being asked to find the whole number or the fractions or the rational number. But this is the rule. Suppose we write it like this. What does this mean? It means a by b to the power m, now curly bracket n. It means m is multiplied with n here in order to find it out. Like a by b m into n. Or we can simply write a by b m n. So in this case what we will do? 5 by 7 4 into 3, or simply we can write 5 by 7 to the power 12. One more thing which we should keep in mind while solving the equations of exponents. What it is? If any number or any fraction having a power 0, it becomes 1. Why? Because if it is 0, means any number multiplied to the power 0 or the power notation is 0, then this total will become 1. If it is, this is in positive form. Suppose this is in negative form. In that case also it becomes 1. We don't have to do any other calculation in this. This is for 0. Suppose our power is minus 1. Suppose a by b to the power minus 1. So, what we must keep into mind is that the power notation can never be in negative form. We need to convert it back into positive form. But how are we supposed to do? In this case, we will just reverse. We will just reverse the fraction and we will get the number here. And the negative form of the power notation would be removed. Like if I reverse b by a, it becomes 1. Suppose it is 4 by 5 to the power minus 3. So what we will simply do, we will just reverse it. So 5 by 4 to the power 3. The sign of minus will be eradicated from this equation. So these were some of the basic rules of exponents which we need to know before going into the exercise. So now let's start the exercise, which is going to be extremely easy. So now let's practice what we did, how we will solve them if they are in the question form. Like how we'll convert it into power notation, how we are going to reverse from power notation to simple rational number, how are we going to reverse the equation or the reciprocal or with negative power, how are we going to write the answers. Just a quick recap of these things. So it is 5 by 7, 5 by 7, 5 by 7, 5 by 7. So we can see it is written 4 times. So what will I do? I will give the bracket as whole. Not only on 5 or not only on 7, or I don't need to write them separately. We don't need to write it like this. We'll simply give bracket and we'll give the power notation. That's so simple. Now if it is in negative, I will just write it. It is how many times? 5 times. Now if this is in power notation, if I want to find, how will I do? I will take out the LCM. So we can see it is 27. So if 27 is multiplied 3 times, we can get 27 because this is a 9, 9 is a 27. But we will always give the negative sign which is there in 3. If the number is 4 times, if the negative number is 4 times, we can remove the negative sign. But if it is in odd numbers, we will not remove. This we have practiced in fraction sums also or in algebra. So that you can check out in the videos which I have already released. And if anyone have any queries, you can do mention in the comment box. Now this by now 64. 4 4s are 16 and again 16 into 4 is 64. So it is 4. Now minus 32, again if I multiply, see what, if I multiply it with 2, the number of times is 5. We will get 32. Again it is odd number. So we have to give the negative sign. Now 243. This comes if I again take out the LCM of 243. Now this is 81. This is 3, this is 27, this is 3, this is 9, this is 3, this is 3, this is 3, this is 1. So now I will simply write 5 times here like this. So this is what we were supposed to do. Now I will express this in power notation. First we have done the breakups. Now see it is 3 times. So minus 3 by 4 to the power 3. This is 5 times. So it is minus 2 by 3 to the power 5 times. Now if it is reciprocal, how we will do? Reciprocal, just reverse the power notation, there will be no change. So it is minus 6 by 5. The sign of minus which is in the numerator, we don't need to remove its place. It can be intact as it is. Now minus 4 to the power 3, here nothing means it is 1. So minus 1 by 4 to the power 3. Now express this as rational number. If I want to express this as rational number, what will I do? I'll simply multiply it with the notation of the power. Now 8 8s are 64 and 64 8s are is. So this is the way we will solve it and we will give the minus sign here. Now our next question. Minus 3 by 2 to the power. So again I will multiply. Now in this case the number is even. So we don't need to give the negative sign. So 3 into 3 will be multiplied 4 times. Now this is multiplied 4 times. So 27 3s is 81 and 81 by 16. So this is the way we are supposed to solve our questions. These basically come in objectives or MCQ types of questions where you can simply see and calculate it in mind and just state the answer. Now see, if it is minus 1 to the power 9, so are we supposed to multiply 1 9 times or minus 1 into 9 times? No, we can simply do 1 multiplied any number of times, it is 1 itself. If it is odd number, I will write minus 1 as the answer. If it is even number like minus 1 to the power, suppose say 82, the number is in even, so I will simply write the answer as 1. If for example it is minus 1 to the power 63, it is a odd number, so I will write the answer as minus 1. Expresses rational number. What are we supposed to do if the power is in negative? We will just reverse it. Nothing in denominator means it is 1. So say 4, it is reversed 1 by 4 because nothing means it is here 1. Minus 6 means just reverse minus 1 by 6. 1 by 3 will become 3. Now these were the basics, the MCQ types of questions which we face in the examination. Now come to the next pattern of questions which is little complicated. Now how to do simplification? Till now we learned the basics, how to do power notations. Now the second set of questions which we are going to do, that is if two different fractions with different power notations are given and we are asked to write it into rational number. Write it into rational number. How are we supposed to do that? So 3 by 2 to the power 4. We cannot deduct anything because they are not in any of the tables. We will apply here rules of fractions. So 3 by 2, it will be written 4 times. 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 3 by 2. Now this is 1 by 5, 2 times written. 1 by 5 into 1 by 5. Let's see if we can cut any of the numerator or denominator. But unfortunately we cannot cut anything. So 3, 3, 3, 3. Numerator is multiplied with numerator. We don't need to multiply with 1 because any number multiplied by 1 will be the same number. So 3 is a 9 and 3 is a 27 and 27 3 is 81. Now this is also 4 times. So it is 16. Now this is into 25. Now 81 into 25, this comes to 400. Now our next question, minus 1 by 2 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 3 into 3 by 4 to the power 2. So this also it is written 5 times. We have to write the negative sign along with it because it is already in the bracket. It is along with the fraction. It denotes the negative marking of this particular fraction. So we cannot remove this negative sign. We have to give it. I will write it 5 times because it is 1 by 2 to the power 5. Now into 2 by 3. Let's do it in a straight line. Into 2 into 2 into 2. Now into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. It is written to the power 2. Now we can see that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we will solve. It is coming what? Minus 1, minus 1. It is minus 1 5 times. So we will write not only as 1, we will write minus 1. So minus 1 by 4 into, this is 9 by 16. This is equals to minus 9 by 64. Now see, if we have curly brackets as well as the smaller brackets, how we will solve it? Now we have to find out the LCM. First we will write it 3 times. We will solve as we have done here. Then we will apply the rule of एलसीएम, फिर हम एलसीएम का रूल्स अप्लाई हमें करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज ये फ्रैक्शन एडिशन है, तो वो सारे रूल्स हमें अप्लाई करने हैं। अगर किसी को कोई भी कंफ्यूजन है एलसीएम एडिशन और डिवीजन में या सब्ट्रैक्शन में, तो मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियोस दिए हुए हैं, आप उनके लिंक पे जा सकते हैं, उनके साथ अपना रिवीजन कर सकते हैं। सो -3/4 इंटू -3/4 इंटू -3/4 माइनस, नाउ दिस -5/2 3 times will be in bracket. Why it will be in bracket? Because it is minus, the signs will change. Now this is coming to -27/4 minus, now this is coming to -125/8. 4 4s are 16, 6 4s are 64. This is -125/8. Now curly bracket close into 16. Now simply we will take the LCM and solve it. 64 and 8. What will be the LCM? We also know the tricks that first multiple in both these table, that will be the LCM. So the multiple of 64 into 1 is 64, whereas the multiple of 8 is, which should match in both the table, that is 64 only. So the LCM is 64. We don't need to go into elaborate process for that. So now -27 into 1, this is again equals to -125 into 8 bracket closed into 16. This equals to 64 minus 27 plus 125 8 times, that is 1000 into 16. This equals to 973/64 into 16. Now 16 1s are 16. If I go to the table of 16, 16 4s are 64. So the answer is 973/4. Simply. Now let's see a little more complicated sum, but yes, that also we can do with greater ease. So now see our next number. It is going to be very very interesting. देखने में जितना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लग रहा है, जब आप सॉल्व करोगे तो आपको समझ आएगा कि वो उतना ही ज़्यादा इजी है। और ये क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा आता है। दिस इज द मोस्ट फ्रिक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल, चाहे स्कूल के हो चाहे कोई कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में हो, आपको ये क्वेश्चन बहुत ज़्यादा पूछा जाता है। बाई व्हाट नंबर शुड -3, बाई व्हाट नंबर शुड -5, -1 the power -1 be multiplied so that the product is 8 minus 1. So -5 to the power -1, इसको किससे मल्टीप्लाई करना है पता नहीं, तो let's take it or assume is at x, so that the answer is 8 to the power -1. So simply हम इसको convert, if it is negative, ये नेगेटिव पावर में है, इसको पहले हम पॉजिटिव पावर में या नोटेशन में लेके आएंगे। सो x इज इक्वल्स टू 1/8 इंटू -5/1, दिस इज इक्वल्स टू -5/8। इधर देखिए, इसमें x का वैल्यू फाइंड करना है। यहाँ क्या दिया है? मल्टीप्लाई। क्या करते हैं जब मल्टीप्लाई होता है? पावर्स को ऐड करते हैं। So 3/5, 3 plus -6 is equals to 3/5, 2x minus 1, correct? अब देखिए 3/5, 3 minus 6, ये आ गया -3, this is equals to 3/5, 2x minus 1. This is equals to, इसको अगर हम, अब यहाँ पे देखिए दोनों फ्रैक्शन सेम है, इसको यहीं पे हम काट देंगे। So -3 is equals to 2x minus 1. अब अगर हम इसको उधर ले जा रहे हैं तो 2x is equals to -1 plus 3, this is equals to 2. So x is equals to 2/2, this is equals to 1. देखने में कितना बिग ये सम लग रहा था, और प्रैक्टिकली देखिए ये बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा इजी है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए, जो कि आपके लिए चैलेंजिंग नहीं, बिकॉज इतना प्रैक्टिस के बाद आप लोग, मुझे पता है, बहुत बहुत आसानी से इसको कर पाएंगे। By what number should 3 to the power -3 be multiplied to obtain 4? तो इसका आंसर मुझे सॉल्व करके कमेंट बॉक्स में दीजिएगा। In the next video, we would be doing some more questions related to exponents, जो कि सिंप्लीफिकेशन या थोड़े से ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाले हैं। इसका आंसर मुझे कमेंट करके कमेंट बॉक्स में दीजिएगा। टिल द टाइम प्रैक्टिसिंग, मिलते हैं हम अपने अगले वीडियो में, जो कि एक्सपोनेंट ही होगा, जिसमें हम थोड़े से और ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व करने वाले हैं। टिल द टाइम, बाय बाय, कीप सेफ।